right, this is Jerry with Balance Community. Today we're going to talk about a quick tip on how to do the two tail tie-off variations on the Alpine WebLock 6.0. So here we have a Highline rigged in the warehouse on type 18, and we're already tensioned, so now we're ready to do tail tie-off. So what we're going to want to do is take the tail of our webbing and form a about 1 meter long bite. And we're going to pass it up through the back of the diverter. Make sure there's no twists as we pull that through. Suck it all the way up. So the first tail tie off is going to be through the anchor hole. This will leave us access to the bottom becket if we want to have that as a clipping point or for more rigging or whatever. And this method is recommended for thicker webbings like type 18 or anything larger than that, heavy or kill bill. So we'll start by wrapping the bite around the edge of the web lock like that, with the actual webbing tail on the outside strand. And then we'll take that bite and pass it through the anchor hole. Just like that. And I like to keep a finger in there to leave enough room because we're going to need to pass about 4 strands of webbing through there. And I usually make a cross there as well. So then pass the bite through one more time. The name of this knot is, what I've called it at least, is the poppable fisherman's. It was also the recommended tail tie-off for the 5.0. And so now that we have 2 strands, we're going to pass a double bite of 4 strands of webbing underneath both wraps we just made, where you had your finger the whole time. Suck it in there, and now we're going to tighten it up. So this is the first strand that's coming up the back. Pull on that and work it around the diverter, or the anchor hole. Pull here, work that strand around, pull again, and then pull here. And so now we can just cinch this up. So this is the poppable aspect of this knot, because when we're done, we can just pull this bite out. But for now, when we're ready to walk, we're going to take the tail and do a single daisy chain. You can do as many daisy chains as you want. I like to just do one, because then it leaves this nice little thing, and you can clip that off if you want to your anchor with a bean or whatever. And yeah, that's the method 1 for tail tie off. And as you can see, we have full access to the lower becket, which is great. And so when you're ready to be done, just pull out that single daisy chain and pop your double fisherman's. Then unwrap everything. I'm going to leave this bite because we're going to need that for method 2. So method 2 uses the diverter hole to do the tie-off instead of the anchor hole, leaving you access to the anchor hole, which is pretty nice if you want to tie some additional backups, or you have more rigging to do behind the line that you need access. And so same thing, start with wrapping around the side with the actual tail on the top. And instead of passing that bite through the anchor hole, let's pass it through the diverter hole. So type 18 is a pretty thick webbing. It barely works with this method. I wouldn't recommend much thicker webbings with this particular method, but it does work with type 18. So now we're going to go around again. As you can see, it's a pretty tight fit with type 18. Got to kind of finagle it a little bit. With more modern, thinner webbings, there's no issues fitting in here. All right, we got 2 wraps around now. Same as before. We're going to do exactly the same knot. Poppable double fisherman's. So underneath both strands, where we have my finger, pass a double bite. Voila. And same thing, we're gonna cinch it up. This is the first wrap. Get around. Second wrap. Cinch here. And there's the poppable element. And with a single daisy chain through there. Voila, ready to slack. And so both methods will get tight under normal usage. And so dressing the knot ahead of putting any tension or of weight on your slack line is critical, because if you don't, it can unload weird and become very difficult to undo. And you may even damage your webbing that way. And so be mindful of how you dress the knot. Make sure it's going around all the soft edges of the web lock, sitting nicely on top of each other, no twists or anything. But yeah, when you're done, just pull that single daisy chain and pop. And after that, it should be easy to undo. That pretty much covers the tail tie-offs. Quick tip. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. Thanks for watching.